What's up, guys? Welcome back to my second vlog. So I've got some questions some people have asked me, so stay tuned. Okay, here we go. Question 1. What is your favorite type of photography to shoot? That is easy. Everything. I'm not really picky on what kind of stuff I shoot, to be honest. It's all the same to me. Photos or photos. It's just a different type of style that I'm shooting. That's all. It's one day I could be shooting a beautiful woman on the beach. Next day I could be shooting food. Next day I could be doing a bodybuilder, or products. Don't just stick with one genre. I've seen so many people online, photographers telling other photographers or telling other people, hey, you know what? Put one style of photography on your website. Stick to the one. No, that is so false. It's just a bunch of crap. Listen, you guys need to put on whatever you guys can shoot. It gives you the more options for people going to be hiring you. So if you can do food, put it on there. If you can do landscape, put it on there. If you can do architectural, put it on there. That's the best thing I would say to do anyways. That's what I do, and it has never hurt me once. Okay, so you know what? Do what you do. Put it all up there. Don't worry about it, because people are going to hire you because of your skill. Next question. In this day and age, do you think it's still important to have your own personal website over social media? Yes, you do need your own website. 110%. Gives you your own identity, gives you kind of like your home where you are. Having your own personal website is not going to make you any busier. You're going to look more professional, but you know what? You need to have something out there that is just yours. Social media and Instagram and that kind of stuff, you know what? If you put all your cards into one basket and say your account gets wiped out or something like that, you're kind of screwed. Your business needs to be tied to some kind of website, okay? So yes, get a website. Next question. What type of lighting do you recommend? If you're first starting out, it doesn't matter. Get whatever lighting you can afford, okay? Take it, get it, practice. If you are a pro, you can't walk on set with amateur lighting, because I hate to say it, but it is a dog and pony show to a certain extent. If they're paying you big money, they want to see the fact that you've got good lights. You got professional lighting. Do you feel that photographers are your competition? No, I do not feel that any photographer is my competition. I'm not worried about any photographer taking money away from me. I got a lot of friends who actually are photographers, and you know what? We get along great. Collaborate together, help each other out. That's what I do. That's why I'm doing these vlogs right now, is to help you guys out, helping other photographers get into photography to make a living. Next question. What kind of camera would you recommend to get into if you are first starting? What kind of camera? First of all, any camera, okay? Whatever you can afford that way, again, if you're first starting. A DSLR would be the best because you have interchangeable lenses and you can start learning your lenses, okay? So many people put effort into thinking they need to get the latest gear, the latest camera. It doesn't mean crap. If you know what you're doing, an older camera worked 5 years ago, that same older camera will work today. I change my body cameras every other new style, okay? So it's the 1DX Mark II. Now when the 1DX Mark III, whatever that comes out, that's when I'll buy my next camera, okay? Or I'm buying cameras every 4 years. That's just a waste of money. Okay, meanwhile, I'm making the same amount of money with this camera as I would be with the other camera. Why go in the hole, right? There's no point. All right, rambling, here we go. Next question. Okay, this is a good one. Right away, I got a couple things coming to mind. Have you ever had a client / model that you just couldn't stand, but you had to shoot them anyways? Yeah. We had a magazine athlete that we had to shoot. Now, to get that athlete, we had to shoot their significant other first. Okay, so we had to shoot them. The first day we went to shoot them, she showed up. I can say she showed up with no color. Okay, no color to shoot. Now, she was white and pasty. That didn't work out, but she still wanted to do it. So we thought, you know what? Hey, we're gonna make her happy, everybody. So we need to shoot her. We need to shoot her boyfriend. Okay, so I called it quits at about 45 minutes in, because it's not working. I'm not wasting my time. So I said, you know what? Tell you what, let's shoot you before we shoot your boyfriend. So the next day we went up and we shot both of them. She came up with color. She was fine, that kind of thing. But she was such a pain in the ass. She was known as I can't say it. I want to, but I can't. But we had to get her shot to be able to shoot her boyfriend. Okay, and he was getting cover. He was getting this, and he's a very well-known athlete. So we had to shoot this girl first. We did it. An hour and a half into the shoot, exactly an hour and a half into it, I stopped. I was like, okay, I'm done. We got enough. Don't worry about it. And I walked away. That was tough. I had to bite my tongue on that one. That was the first time I really had to bite my tongue with anybody. The other time, we were doing, I don't even know where we were, but we had to go film a talk show. And this guy was he was an author. Thought he was the next Tony Robbins. And I mean, oh my God. You know what? I bit my tongue. I just got through it. I was directing that and filming it, and my assistant and videographer, we set everybody up. It was a big production. We did all this stuff here. We had a lot of people on panel, and it was a lot of people. I mean, it was bad. It was just bad. What an error. He was so arrogant. It wasn't even funny. And then the host, who was actually hosting this, she was the worst too. She walks in, and I don't want to make her sound bad, but she was a nobody, right? She'd done this before, but she wasn't really that big of a name. Wasn't a name at all. And she got pissed off that we didn't have a teleprompter for her to read off the questions and that kind of thing. And she got pissed off. And now this wasn't a huge budget. It was a pretty big budget shoot, but it wasn't a huge budget. And she was pissed off, and she had her. Anyways, I was pretty good. I didn't care. I was just getting the job done. I didn't take anything personal. But my assistant, who is normally the most quiet guy in the world, who doesn't say anything, he chimed in and said something, and he was done. He was finished. It was awesome. That was so cool. Colin, if you're seeing this, dude, that was a good day. All right. Okay, this is a good one. I get asked this a lot. After all the years of you working as a professional photographer, do you ever lose your creativity or your passion for it? The phone flipped. Yes, totally. All the time. My passion for photography keeps me going. The creativity is hard to keep going. That's sometimes when you're shooting bodybuilders or food or whatever, and you're shooting all the time, 4 or 5 times a day, 4 or 5 times a week, and it just, after a while, you get burnt out. You literally get burnt out. It becomes your job. You know what I mean? And the only thing that drives you through it is the passion of you wanting to create. The creativity comes back after a while. You get it, and it comes. You find a way to get it. You have to, because it's your job and you're professional. But sometimes, I'm telling you, it's tough, and you second guess yourself all the time. So, anyone out there who second guesses their work or their creativity, don't. I do all the time. You know what? It's normal. So don't worry about it, guys. You'll get through it. Sometimes just take a break. I had to take a break. I actually took 2 years off from shooting. I just walked away for a little bit, needed a break, and just enjoyed family, and that's it. I needed that break because I was so burnt out from shooting. I probably had 15 shoots a whole year. This is a good one. And actually, I have. Okay. Have you ever had a model show up looking totally different than her photos that you saw of her before? She showed up, and she looked nothing like her photos. And I mean, nothing. She was gorgeous. Her face was beautiful. She's a gorgeous girl, and she was still gorgeous when she showed up, but nothing to what I was expecting. And I got a $10 million mansion to shoot this shoot, and it was like my wife goes over to me and she goes, she just asked if you're really good at Photoshop. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, how is Greg at photoshopping photos? I'm like, uh-oh. Ding, 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 red light. So she showed up, and I'm like, oh, this is not a big deal. She had a big, thick sweater on, that's not a big deal. We got her, yeah. She came out, and, yeah. How to reach out to art directors, how to get noticed. Okay, that's actually pretty easy. It's not hard. Any magazine you want to get out to, find out. Every magazine has a table of contents. Look at it. It's actually called a masthead. they always have emails in there and that kind of stuff. Usually the editor-in-chiefs always have the email, okay? So whatever they are shooting in that magazine or whatever style of photography they have, go out there and shoot it first yourselves, okay? Show them that you can do that. Do it as a personal project, whatever. Do that, okay? Now, when you email the art directors or the better yet, the creative director and the editor-in-chiefs, okay? Email them the photos that you just took that they have in the magazine. Same type of style, same kind of thing. So if you're shooting bodybuilding, go shoot a bodybuilding exercise thing or whatever have you. Send the images along with that email, okay? They will see it and they were like, oh wow. So if the editor-in-chief sees that and he really likes it, you know what he's going to do? He's going to pass that email on down to the person who's actually taking care of the actual photographers, okay? That's a good way to get their attention. Always send images with that publication that you actually want, okay? So if you're shooting watches and you want to do this, whatever, you need to get some watches shot and then send it off. Don't just send a blank email saying, hey, how are you? I want to shoot for you. Unless you have a name built up. It doesn't work. You need to show them your work first, okay? Impress them by your work. A lot of times it's who you know and it's relationships. So the only thing I can tell you guys with advice when it comes to getting jobs as photography, there are tons of photographers out there. It's the most saturated market in the world to get a good job. But there's only like a handful of people that are good, okay? There's a lot of crap out there. So if you can set yourself apart from that and be different, you're right in. It works, okay? Anyways, I'm out. I will see you guys later. Bye.